Good evening and welcome to round 2 challenge, Formula Pi. This is part 1. We're going to be doing 5 races tonight. 5 pairs of robots are going to have 3 minutes to try to avoid the robots as best they can that are strewn around the track at various positions. And we're going to see how they're going to get on tonight. So I'm going to get straight into racing because we're going to try and be speedy tonight. Not that we're not always speedy, but
sometimes we aren't.
Sometimes we are. My name's Claire Pollard. I'll be guiding you through this evening's challenge session. On the other microphone on the other side of the office, I have Mr. Timothy Freeburn. Hello. Who will be assisting tonight and giving a technical eye over the proceedings. So let's start off by checking that I'm ready to do all the things that I normally do week by week. Spin view.
Spin view.
Traditional start to it. So first up tonight we have Swinders from Waterlooville near Portsmouth, down in the south coast. A veteran of Formula Pi now with 2 seasons under his belt, coming 9th in the first season, 12th in the second season. But this year, smashing it, currently sitting 2nd on the leaderboard, has had a really, really good run so far. It's been great seeing Swinders. I think he took the win in the last heat. And he is looking strong for this year, so good luck, Swinders. Hope your avoidance is smashing tonight. Well, not quite smashing, but avoidance-ness.
The opposite of that.
Next up, sponsors of Formula Pi, it's IQ Audio from Cricklade in the UK. Manufacturers of lovely audio DACs and hats and amps and all sorts of things for the Raspberry Pi. So check them out, but also second season of Formula Pi for them. They did really well last year, coming 7th overall. Currently sitting 9th in the leaderboard, so similar results so far. Looking for more avoidance tonight and hopefully a better performance than last time out. And always looking to improve for IQ Audio. So that's it, that's the first 2 robots up tonight. Still waiting for everyone to get ready. I can see everyone in the chat. Hello, good evening. Join us in the chat. If you're watching this live on YouTube now, get yourself onto the chat and join in all the fun and ask me questions as we go along. If there's anything you want to know about, I can do that. Good evening to Felix. I have been practicing, so you can judge me out of 10 as to how are we going. Tim's giving me the thumb up, so we're good to go.
We are good.
Let's
good
set off Swinders and IQ Audio. So we've got IQ Audio on the right hand side of the screen there with the green light, and Swinders on the left-hand side with the red light.
Okay, start light sequence,
so let's
please.
See how they go. They have to avoid these robots that have been strategically placed around the track. Tonight we will be replacing the robots. As discussed with you all last time, between each heat we will be replacing the robots with the little marks on the floor, and they're off. Oh, IQ Audio just rails into the back, but Swinders just glides past, but rams into the back of the second one, and you can now see the black marks that we've put down on the track for ourselves to remind us where the robots need to go back to when we start the next heat. So they will only get reset in between each heat, not each time. Swinders just gliding through the 2 that we've strategically put on the last straight there to try and throw people off. But it doesn't seem to be doing much avoidance tonight, just Swinders. Just seems to be ploughing into the back of them. IQ Audio now catching up again. The way we've done it this year is first to 5 laps in this section of the race. So it looks like IQ Audio overtaking Swinders. It's kind of a head-to-head. Felix is asking me to say the name of his team. I'm going to save it until you come up. You're up in a minute. It's fine. I'm going to save it. I'm going to give it a big build-up. I've been trying to learn. Felix very kindly left me a video explaining how to say it properly. I've been practicing. Swinders is now a lap down on IQ Audio's time, but IQ Audio seems to be struggling with the troll bots there, ploughing into them, and Swinders has now ploughed into IQ Audio, so now both of them stuck on each other and the track robots. IQ Audio there appears to have 3 wheels spinning and 1 back one not spinning, but Swinders is now giving him a boot up the bum and told him to crack on. And Swinders is away. It looks like Swinders is taking the lead again. Let's see if they can get 5 laps in before the counter runs out. That is the minimum number of laps to get points. Average lap time last year were around 15 to 16 seconds, so it is doable if the avoidance code is good enough, even at a slower pace, which is what a lot of the contestants have been doing. We've seen them dropping the pace of the robots so that they can focus on actually processing the images that are in front of them, because all of the avoidance here is done via image processing and image processing alone. IQ Audio really struggling with that first troll bot, and Swinders ploughing into the back of them once again. 1 minute to go. 4 laps on the board for Swinders. Now 2 laps up, which is good. So let's see if this I'm really hoping this isn't going to be a switch because that is looking very dangerous and close to that battery pack.
Stuck there. Yeah.
That was so close to a switch off. But Swinder's now using a snowplow approach to get IQ Audio out of the way. Just pushing him across the track. Let's see if Swinders can get one more lap in before the 30 seconds is up. It's a reverse lap for IQ Audio. Come on, Swinders. One more. Let's go. I think that's probably done it. He's probably freed himself. IQ Audio is going backwards now and just ploughing into the other troll bots. But how is Swinders doing? The thing we want to know about, Tim has drifted away from. Where is Swinders? There he is. Right. Quick dash now. Quickly. And as long as he doesn't hit anything else, curse the commentators. I think that is game over. I'm not sure Swinders will get round in time. I think that's just so close to being... Oh, so close. But IQ Audio appears to have stopped on the last straight as well. So that is it. First race over. Swinders with 4 laps. Taking the win, but that's it for that avoidance. So, now, the first time we've done this... everyone's asking me why isn't it 4 laps? It's 5 laps, isn't it? Is the points thing. Tim, 5 laps to get points.
No, 4 laps.
It's 4 laps?
4 laps this time around.
Sorry.
Yes. Yes, sorry.
The rules have been changed without alerting me.
Well, I emailed everyone.
Except me, apparently.
Maybe not you.
Right, so judging by the rule change that I wasn't made aware of, Tim Freeburn, thanks for keeping me involved in the loop there. It is 4 laps, Pico. Pico and Thomas E are 4 laps, exclamation marking at me in the thing. I think that is points this time. Am I right, Tim?
Yes, that should be. Does it not come up on Aaron's display?
It just says 4 and 2.
Ah, right. So yes, I believe so. Obviously, Aaron is the judge of this, but yes, that should be correct.
No, Swinders, you did not miss the memo. I missed the memo. Apparently, this time 4 laps gets you the points. So winner. That'll be the points for you. That'll be really good to solidify your position at the top of the leaderboard, top end. Anyway, second is still good for you, I think. Sorry, a little bit all over the place today. It's been a weird day today. I think we all feel a bit weird today. Apologies. So, moving on to the second race we have lined up for you tonight, which is a couple of robots. One veteran of Formula Pi, one newbie. So it'll be good to see how these two get on.
Confirm that both of those were point scorers.
Aaron is resetting the robots. Tim's talking to Aaron upstairs, and I will introduce next up Enigma, who are actually number 10, displaying number 1 there because they won the first season of Formula Pi, and they came 16th in the second season. It was really a polar opposite pair of seasons for them, but they are ex-champions looking to do well again this year, currently standing 5th. So in a good, strong position. They've done well so far this year. So hopefully Adam and the team will keep improving and we'll see better performance than last year for them. So good luck. And next up, we've got Ecstatic from, I think, Höchstwagen in Germany from memory. Yes, see, I'm better than SpinView these days. A lovely picture of Cartman. Is that representative of your team? Oh, I love South Park. It's been a while since I've watched that. Anyway, Ecstatic are doing really well. They're currently sitting 7th, so nibbling at the heels of Enigma on the leaderboard. So hopefully tonight we can see a really good head-to-head battle because we've got similarly pitched robots here in the same heat. This should be excellent.
Just to let you know on that, Aaron's just confirmed that there were 10 points to Swinders for coming first, and IQ Audio failed to do the 4 laps, so there's no points.
Nul point.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That is a confirmation from Aaron upstairs with the clipboard. That lets us know exactly what's going on. So, I'm ready.
Okay. We have Ecstatic failing to boot up after 2 minutes, so we're just going to give it a power cycle and see if it will start up after another 2 minutes.
2 minutes of chatting then.
Exactly.
So
you can explain the new rules that you don't know anything about.
Are they on the website? So yeah, let me do some live
question.
research here whilst I tippity tappity. I head to the Formula Pi website, which is formulapi.com. If I click on rules,
Yes. Yeah, if we've done our job well, then the laps should have been changed.
challenge heats. So let's read these together. This is like story time with Tufty right now. We're gonna get through this together and learn. Oh, sorry, falling off my chair now. There will be a total of 3 head-to-head avoidance heats of 2 competitors with the allotted time of 3 minutes. The 2 competitors will be given a random assignment of lanes, one either +1 or -1, either blue or red, or green or blue. Additional strategy, 5 additional stationary monster balls will be placed around the track in strategic locations. These locations will be chosen by the stewards to cause the most mayhem, forcing competitors to take advantage of well-written avoidance code. After each heat, these stationary robots will be placed back into the same positions for the next heat. Lovely. From the lights go, the 2 robots race for 4 laps. If 4 laps are not completed within the allocated time, the race will be declared finished, and points will be awarded as follows. To be awarded points, 4 laps must be completed within the allocated time. 10 points are awarded for the first robot to do this, 5 points for second place if they also complete the 4 laps in the allocated period. A maximum of 4 laps will be recorded for the leaderboard. No points or laps will be given to any robot which jumps the start.
There you go.
Boom boom. That is your Formula Pi rules announcement.
Phew, I wasn't sure whether we'd actually put the rules change up or not.
Yeah.
But we should have.
Pepperana says it's really bad form to be changing the rules mid-season. You'd be complaining if we didn't, because we found out that the rules we laid out were actually impractical. And as Formula Pi is something that we're all trying, it's all new. The race format is something that we have nailed down now, and we've definitely got it worked out. This challenge stuff is new for us. You may remember there was a lot of complaints that we didn't put the robots back last time. So we are really giving people what they want.
Yeah.
If we didn't, you'd all be complaining.
Well, maybe not everyone.
Maybe not everyone, but most people will be complaining at me in the YouTube chat.
So the 2 minutes has elapsed. It looks like we might not have a start from Ecstatic. We'll see.
Ooh, okay,
But
that means
we are
that
ready for light sequence.
Ecstatic may become the 6th stationary robot there, giving an extra challenge to Enigma to get around. Swinders has just posted, did you know Control Windows C on Windows 10 switches your display to grayscale and induces panic if you don't realise what you've done? I did not know that. What? Formula Pi all of a sudden has gone back to the 1960s. Everything is grey. Black and white Formula Pi. Anyone? It'd be a lot less glary than the big bright track. It's very bright, you know. Pro tip.
So we are ready for light sequence.
Yes, please set them off, please.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
So Ecstatic on the right will not get away from the start line. We're not getting a response from that robot, but Enigma looks good to go on the left. Let's see if we can get away. Enigma have got away in a direction, not necessarily the right one. It's a direction. So here's Enigma trying to work out where to go. They've got the barrier. Into the back of their second. Not the greatest start from Enigma. And it appears to have... wheels are still spinning. I think there is somebody home still. Somebody's still in. The red light is still on. We've not seen the dreaded power cycle light to let everyone know that all things have gone horribly wrong. This looks alright from now on. I can't see it. Is that top right wheel moving?
Yeah,
I think it is. I'm trying to work out.
Yes.
It's hard to focus that intently on an image to work out whether it's moving or not, and then
See what's probably happening there is it's just moving enough, vibrating that
it's being registered as moving.
it's registering as moving and not going into the stuck mode. That's unfortunate.
There's a lovely wide-angle view there of the Formula Pi track, so you can see where all the robots. Good news for Aaron is, though, he won't have to reset any of the robots.
That's true.
Always look on the bright side. That is my motto. As a fan of Monty Python, any bright side of life is good for me. It's not looking great for Enigma. After such a promising start to the season as well, this is not going well. I could interject here with you did write a blog on reversing and dodging away from walls. Would that be applicable here?
Yes, this will be a threshold problem. So, what it's the blog that I wrote was based on how far it reverses, because the original reversing code was actually based on the Yeti Borgs, not on the Monster Borgs, and of course, copying the code from winner of season to next season, it doesn't have exactly the right numbers in there. So I did a little blog on how far you should actually go back, like there. There we go. Oh,
hey!
No, back.
Oh!
Which should be quite useful and is worth reading.
Oh, that's
Similar
such
problem.
a disappointment for Enigma as well after such a great start to the season. Pico, these blogs are already on the blog. They already exist. He has written a blog. We're talking past tense.
Yes.
We can point you at them if you like. They are on the blog. If you head to formulapi.com/blog and look for avoidance, I think all the blogs that Tim's referring to will be under that search.
Yeah. So. Okay, so we're up into next.
Yes, sorry, I'm slightly distracted. Right, let's move on to the next one. So that's disappointing for Ecstatic and Enigma. It's not looking great for them on this heat. Hopefully next round they'll improve again and we'll see them definitely doing some avoidance stuff. So next up, I will introduce the next robots that are going to be doing their 3 minutes to see how many robots they can avoid and how many laps they can get done. So next up, I've been practicing Team Skedsmo Code Club 1. I've been trying really hard.
Skedsmo?
Skedsmo? Yes, I think that's right. Felix will tell me off if it's not. They are currently standing first in the Formula Pi standings. They've done so well. Both teams from this code club have been performing absolutely phenomenally. They're a code club for kids for 12 to 15 years old from Kjella in Norway, and they've been absolutely fabulous. So hopefully they'll get their position solidified now and for the rest of the season. Next up, we've got Pico Hulkenberg, very vocal in the chat tonight, from Oxford in the UK, currently sitting 19th overall in the series. It's been a bit of a mixed bag for Pico. Hopefully they'll be looking to improve tonight above their 19th place that they've currently got. So good luck Pico and good luck Team Skedsmo. I'll get there. I will get there. Hopefully in the future. So both robots seem to have booted up. I am seeing a definite red and green light from both of these robots, which means that they are both responding to the 2-minute startup. So we are just waiting to allow them to finish off all of their code loading.
Okay, we're ready for the light sequence.
Okay, well then send them away, please.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
So we have Team Skedsmo on the left and Pico on the right. There's the light sequence, and they're both away. And that is Pico trying to avoid but going backwards slightly. Skedsmo just ramming into the first troll bot and getting... Oh, they've got beached! Oh no! They've got absolutely wedged on that robot. Hopefully they'll put their robot into reverse, and that is Pico off, a little bit spinny, a little bit uncertain, but making their way around the track. So they've avoided the first one. There is Skedsmo are now avoiding, but on the wall. Pico is very jittery and doing some nice dance moves there in the corner. Lovely break dancing there. And now Skedsmo has hit them. Skedsmo? I should write this out phonetically for myself.
Skedsmo?
That's the one. You've been practicing. Tim's been practicing way better than me. So that is Pico spinning around in the background, trying to work out where to go. Possibly hitting some false positives, I would reckon. That would be what it looks like to me. And the Code Club robot there, oh, they're just ramming into each other and having a bit of a set-to there in the edge of the hairpin as they're coming out, and the Code Club robot now freeing itself, and it's off. Hopefully, this will be the first lap down for them. Let's see them do it. First lap in, let's go. That's it, we're done now. We've done faffing, we're straight through now. It looks like Skedsmo have set off. Oh, hitting into the other troll bot in the S's though. Let's see if they can do any more than that one lap. Oh, it seems like the Code Club robot has freed themselves now. And they're coming back round. Oh, but just smashing into that troll bot on the outside of the final corner. And it's now caused a three-way pile-up with Pico stuck between the robot and the barriers. And now the Code Club robot is blocking. And that's let Pico through now, but still seems to be quite jittery, quite spinny as he's going around. It looks like Skedsmo have beached themselves again. Oh, could this be the second lap? It is the second lap for the Code Club. So, can the Code Club get round cleanly? This is going to be touch and go to get 4 laps in. It's going to be. It looks unlikely that both these robots are going to complete their laps. Oh, that is a shame. And this could really mix things up at the top, as Swinders has just completed his laps. Swinders is second. Swinders in the first heat. First, right. 10 points. Potentially top of the leaderboard for Swinders after tonight.
I see.
Keep up.
Okay, so
do keep up.
Oh,
this is such a shame. Pico has completed their first lap though, so that is good for them, but they seem to be struggling with the wall. And now the Code Club bot has, and that's it, that is the 3 minutes up for both. That is such a shame. But that is really going to mix things up at the top of the leaderboard now. That is going to give Swinders a bit of an advantage and possibly will poke them into the lead. Let me double check how many points were between first and second place. So I whiz onto the website. Yeah, that will put Swinders up top, and it looks like nobody else can catch him. So I think that is first place in the leaderboard for Swinders so far. So really, it's a chance now for the other Code Club robots to overtake the first one, which is a battle. So that'll be exciting to see. Whilst Aaron resets the robots, I am going to zip into the quick sponsors video, because obviously without sponsors we wouldn't be here, without the lovely people that supported us first time round on the Kickstarter, and the lovely companies that have since stepped up to back us and help us out. So first up, electromaker.io, a community for hackers and makers to go and talk about their hardware projects and all the things they're getting on with. Go and check them out, and they're coming up later as Pi, possibly tomorrow night. Our friends in Sheffield-on-Sea, the good pirates from the good ship Pimeroni, makers of lovely, lovely hats and all sorts of beautiful things for the Raspberry Pi. Go and check them out. Next up, self-driving track days, bringing autonomous driving to you. They have training days and event days with real-size cars and autonomous driving, so check them out. As mentioned before, the lovely IQ Audio with their big audio hats that are just so beautiful and come with rave reviews, so if you're into audio and the Raspberry Pi, check them out. Next up, ITI, my employers, who I make software for. They're awesome. If you do CAD and you need to transfer your data from one place to the other securely, go and check them out. They are awesome at their jobs, obviously. POSIX, GPS modules for the Arduino and the Raspberry Pi. It gives you accurate indoor positioning. We use them on some of the more advanced robots that are coming up next year. Look out for them. Hop Hackers, brewery collective from Canterbury. It's Hannah and Tristan. They run the operation. Brew lovely beers and have brilliant brew days. Check out their Facebook page. Our lovely partners, Mod My Pi, who we distribute from through. Go and check out their website and see what you can buy, all the lovely bits and pieces for the Raspberry Pi. If you want to sponsor Formula Pi and help us out, do the next season, we'd massively appreciate it. Email us at info@formulapi.com or drop us a message in the contact form on our website. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, I think that's all the messages I had. Not a lot of messages at the moment. Quite quiet. We've got our heads down. We're busy designing things. I say we, Tim is. I'm busy doing my other job. So I need to do spin for you, don't I? Now
You do. Yep.
I gave Aaron a lot of time there to move those robots about. So let's see who is next up. So, as you saw on the screen already, we've got 2 more robots for you right now coming up. We've got Solar Cats from Albuquerque, New Mexico, ranging from beginner to intermediate in Python, C++, C# and Java. They are run out of the Albuquerque, there's a community college in New Mexico, I always forget the name of, and I find them on Twitter to try and remind myself when I forget, the lovely Kerry and co, who we met at Pi Wars last year. They've done really well so far this year. They're currently 13th at their first series of Formula Pi. Looking good for them, and not many points. There's actually not a lot of points between first and sort of the bottom of the leaderboard, so about 19th. So it's looking tight. So good luck to the Solar Cats. Hopefully they'll do well. Next up, causing chaos and mayhem wherever he goes, it is the IT guy from Independence, Oregon, who has been previewing some wonderful avoidance code in the simulator on Twitter this week, which promises to be chaotic and nothing short of the usual brilliance that we get from the IT guy. Came second in the 2017 series of Formula Pi, if memory serves me correctly, and currently sitting 11th. So room for improvement. Hopefully with all the wheels on and not vaulting into the middle of the track or ramming random things or causing me a heart attack from leaping up on the barriers, you know, that sort of thing.
We are ready for the lights if you are.
Yes, I am ready, please. Set them off. I'm a little bit daydreamy today.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
I can see Jamie is in the chat. Good evening. BK Taco on Twitter. Let's see how they get on. There'll be Solar Cats with red and the IT guy in green. And they're off. Ooh, yes, the IT guy! That's an avoidance. I saw that. Can I start the lights in the style of Richard O'Brien, says Swinders. Yes, can you start the lights, please? I really should. or Richard Ayoade, if you're a fan of the new Crystal Maze, which I am very much. I'm loving the reboot. He's a fabulous host. Ooh, it looks like the Solar Cats they've dodged, moving slightly tentatively around the track, but still they have dodged the robot successfully. Random story, I once shared a flight back from Stockholm with Richard Ayoade. Yeah, me and Tim saw him on a flight back. He was just exactly how you'd expect. As funny looking in real life as he is with his fashion sense and everything. He's brilliant. I sort of smiled in a very geeky way as if to say, I loved you on the IT crowd. And sort of shuffled off the back of the plane.
Ran away scared.
I wanted to say hello, but I just didn't have the confidence on that particular day. I'd just been to a conference for like 4 days in Stockholm with Tim. He was my +1. It was amazing. But I was not in the mood for talking to people, and I lost all confidence by that point. So I just wanted to get home. But he was lovely. He stood behind me in the queue for ages. Not a stalker. So slowly but surely, I think the IT guy is making his way round. However, it does appear to be in the upside down, which I don't know how that will affect things. The Solar Cats are using the PWM on the motors to control very slowly and really detect the robots before making a decision, that's a robot, I'm going to go around it, which is a definite strategy, but with the 3-minute time limit they're going to struggle to get the 4 laps in. There's a fine balance between getting the laps in quickly and doing the avoidance. This looks like it's good. You have the avoidance down, and that is one lap of the Solar Cats. And they're really thinking about it. This is really... The robot is thinking about it and making a concerted effort to avoid the other robots, which is brilliant. A different strategy to the IT guy that appears to be a little faster, a bit more skittish, but still getting around the track. This is looking like neither are going to complete the 4 laps. However, we've seen some good avoidance in this heat. We've seen some really good detection and avoidance, and a little bit of skittish driving. But is Lightico going to get round one more before the timer stops? Yes. Trollbot nudged out of the way there. But that's it, race over. 1 lap each before the end there. So that's it. Tim's rubbing his eyes. Are you tired?
Yeah, a little bit.
Tim's been brewing beer all day today.
I have. All day. I've been brewing beer and running around and doing all sorts of things. But I was brewing beer with Papworth Brewery, which is now on the industrial estate here in Erith. So I was helping out and learning a few things, and it was a lot of fun. It was very informative. Yeah, thank you to Richard and Chris for letting me do that.
You have to post some things on Makers Hour, which is up in an hour's time, about your brewing beer today.
Yeah, I can do that. I have a few pictures that made it onto my Twitter. Tweeted about it today. So
it was good. So finally, for tonight, as Aaron resets the robots, I will go through and introduce the final 2 robots tonight. So here we have Team Skedsmo's second robot. They have 2 robots in this series. They are currently sitting third with their second robot, so occupying 2 out of the 3 top spots, which is pretty good for the Code Club from Norway. Like I said, 2 teams. They are a Code Club for kids, and they're aged 12 to 15 years old, and they are doing phenomenally well. Clearly, having the 2 teams together, working together, is serving them very, very well. So you talk strategy, talk shop between the 2 of you. Fabulous work. And finally for tonight, we have Saska, who is currently sitting 15th in the series, a competitor from last year, came 7th overall last year, winning a couple of heats along the way and some very, very strong performances, so looking for a repeat of that tonight. They did so well last series, and they missed out on the final by not a lot. I remember it was very tight between the robots that actually got into the final, and Saska was so close. So hopefully this year it will look better for them in this. It's another set of good robots for you tonight on the final. There we go. So we've seen both robots now have recognised that they are running. We've got 1 green, 1 red, which is what we expect. So 2-minute cycle. Tim's fiddling with his earpiece, which means either he's getting a message or he's nervous. Which one is it?
I'm just playing.
Playing.
I haven't got a message yet, so.
Okay, so we're not starting just yet.
I'm sure we're not far off though.
Are we good to go? Sorry for my silence, I realise I'm not talking. I realise my main job is to talk and keep people informed. I'm just drifting off tonight in my own little world, but I do apologise.
Okay, so we've 2 minutes is up, so we're ready to go.
Okay, start the robots. So we will wait for the green, red, green. I always get that the wrong way around.
Okay, can you start light sequence,
and on
please?
the second green light, we will see the robots get away. So hopefully, we will see the Code Club robot challenging the other Code Club robot now. They have to do 4 laps, and if they can, they will sneak into second place overall. So let's see how they do. Both robots. Oh, I thought both were going to make it round then, but it looks like Sasuke just piled into the back. And now the Code Club robot is sticking it to the other Trollbot. Oh, now they're both piling into it, but that has allowed the Code Club robot to be freed and to go straight into the next robot. They seem to have been very well placed tonight. Really sticking by the rules where they will cause the most mayhem. Well, it's difficult to tell what's going on. I'm flicking very quickly now. So that is Saska, who has gone backwards and is now going forwards. I've lost sight of the other Code Club robot.
I believe it's
they are beached
on the right there.
Yes, there, just above Matilda and the foam finger. They have beached on the other trollbot. And ooh. So I can see that I think that's the robot of Saskia has flipped upside down, but the Skedsmo Code Club robot has got away there. Hopefully they'll get the first lap in here and we'll start the lap counter. So if they get 4 laps, they get 10 points, which puts them up to 2nd place in the leaderboard, jumping the other Code Club team robots. So then proper internal rivalries will kick off, I'm sure. Ooh. I don't know if Saskia is still going. I thought Saskia had stopped. I thought it was a minor pause there. Oh, second lap put in there for the second Code Club robot. But it looks like both have stopped now and beached. That is 40 seconds to go, and it looks like both robots have got stuck. Oh, such a shame. Not quite been the high octane racing that we had last week. I think these challenge rounds are always going to be a little different. Still yet to work out what the pace of them is, but we've seen some good avoidance tonight. We've seen some different tactics. We've seen some alternative ways of getting around robots. It looks like this could be it though for both robots. Probably not going to complete 4 laps, so that's no points again. Oh, such a heartbreaking night. I was really hoping that this would be a big challenge. I think it has been a huge challenge for a lot of competitors, and that is it. Race over for this week, for tonight at least. We have another 5 heats tomorrow night. We're going to have a break tonight and split up the broadcast to do another hour tomorrow night. So that's it for tonight. Aaron will collect the robots that are still moving, and we'll be back to racing again tomorrow night.
Yeah. See you all tomorrow.
Yeah. Have a good week, and we'll see you all tomorrow night, hopefully. Take it easy. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.